You're welcome back to Enterprise Morning on Enterprise TV. We are now moving straight to our main conversation. It was all but the parody of an action thriller on Benghazi Street on Wednesday in Abuja as Governor Usman Ododo of Kogi State led his security detail to extract his political godfather and immediate past governor of the state, Yahaya Bello.
Yes, that's right. Because operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission had laid siege to the home of the former governor to arrest him.
The operatives of the anti-graft agency had arrived at the home of the former governor around 9:30 a.m. on Wednesday and laid siege to the former governor's residence, preventing both human and vehicular movement.
The EFCC operatives were resisted by armed police men dressed in black with the inscription Special Forces.
Eyewitnesses at the residence on Wednesday afternoon observed the heavy presence of armed operatives of the EFCC, policemen, operatives of the Department of State Services, Counterterrorism Unit, and Yahaya Bello's private security team.
The stalemate continued as the EFCC operatives were prevented by the policemen and other armed men guarding the former governor from entering the house.
At exactly 2:30 p.m., the convoy of the Kogi State Governor Ododo arrived at the residence alongside several security operatives and youth supporters.
Governor Ododo was ushered into the residence by his security detail. At about 4:20 p.m., his convoy left the residence with Bello inside the governor's car.
And 10 minutes after that, the EFCC operatives laying siege to the residence retreated, and so did the other security agents guiding the house. All right, to do justice to the subject under reference is Barrister Evans Ofeli. Thank you so much for staying.
Thank you for being around.
All right, so yesterday was replete of drama, allow me to say, with the former governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, and his successor, Ododo, who went to whisk him away, so to speak. And this reminds me of what happened in Rivers State in about 2020 or so, when the EFCC, laid siege on Wike's house and accused him of money laundering and all of that. But this looks like a long game. That's how it's referred to in politics. And there's been a lot of back and forth. But two court rulings: one inhibiting the EFCC from arrest, and the other one supporting. Can you help us make sense of the situation?
Well, what happened yesterday is another comedy of errors. It is also a shame to the security forces of this country. What I can see and infer from what has happened is that our security forces are not loyal to the country.
Mm.
That is why we have this porous, insurgency attack here, insecurity here and there. It's just what you are seeing playing out there is that they are not loyal to the country, but they are loyal to individuals. Okay, look at the security attack to Governor Dodo. The security men attached to him. Okay, he was able to mobilize them to go and rescue the ex-governor. Okay, getting to the house of the ex-governor, you have security operative, the EFCC there. You understand? Now, he was able to pick him out and left the scene. So it means that if the EFCC is on private operation, a governor who took an oath of office to defend the Constitution, and the same Constitution had made us understand that nobody's above the law. So if he's in there, what is expected is that the EFCC will call for backup, maybe police or a joint team. So those guys with the governor, they are supposed to join forces to arrest Bello. But now you have Nigerian security operative trying to arrest a suspect. You see, have Nigerian security forces accompanying a governor who took an oath of office to defend the Constitution to go and frustrate the attempt of that operation. So that's why most times you have different security agencies wrangling. Sometimes they fight, especially the soldiers and the police and all over. People fight and all that. So I think that this is shameful. And to make matter worse, you have two court orders. One compelling, the other dispelling at the same time. So that is part of what the legal system have condemned over time. I don't know how they were able to obtain the other order. Because when you have a pending order, okay, which is saying go right, you understand?
Yes.
Until that order is vacated, you shouldn't have another order saying go left. Okay? So you have two conflicting orders. You have two conflicting security agencies on one matter. One to arrest, the other to rescue. And come to think of it, what is Yahaya Bello? Where is he running to? In the same place, in the EFCC, we send you an invitation letter.
Right.
You go and, I mean, it was it not here that the former governor of Anambra State was arrested the next day after his tenure when he was heading to America? He was arrested. He went to answer for the allegations. They still returned his passport to him and he traveled. He's in America. So I don't think they should be running over what? If there are allegations, let the EFCC come and prove it. You'll be granted bail on self-recognizance, or whoever sureties, you can get that as an ex-governor. You can get all that. So many things are playing out here. The EFCC also have a fault here because the way they treat their suspect too, the way the EFCC treat their suspects in this country is something that must be addressed. Once you are arrested, they just conclude that the person is guilty. The way they even go about dragging you, go there, go here, do this, do that. I mean, our security agencies, all of them need to be trained and retrained. Do you know that the boy that was convicted, the Bobrisky that was convicted, the conviction is, the sentence is 6 months imprisonment. So now he went into the Nigerian Correctional Center, the prison. Prison warders now went and started checking his genotype to find out what is what. Is that part of the sentence?
No.
So she go and sue them because the violation of his fundamental right to dignity, to human dignity. You are checking his genotype. Is it in the sentence? So our security, we don't have security. We don't, the kind of things they do, the way they will treat you, sometimes they invite you, they should give you an invitation letter. As a law-abiding citizen, you dress up, you go there. Once you get there, they'll convert the invitation letter to arrest and detain him, sometimes for 1 month. That is not, it's wrong. Yeah, you invited somebody for questioning, the person is there, you're treating. That's why Yahaya is not ready to go to submit himself because of the way they treat their suspect. So this issue, the way this drama we create all the time, they'll go and stand there. In the case of what's his name? This former senator, this Kogi West senator. What's his name again? Dino Melai. They went to his house like that. I think that was the police, right? They were there. They went and cut off the water supply. After three to 4 days, the man came out and started sweating and collapsed. You understand? I don't think that is the operation. The whole world, they are seeing all these things that is good. That's why anywhere they see us out abroad, they start to search us unnecessarily. Because they see us like, are these people, are they aliens? So our security agencies, they should do the right thing. If they want suspects to submit themselves to them, they should treat them with dignity. And this is not to endorse that suspects should be running away anytime. You are invited, you go there. When Fayose left office, he went to print a jersey and he wrote it, EFCC, I am here. He went there by himself. He went there by himself. So I don't think he should be running away. He should be moving from one place and expecting, calling for backup, the governor to rescue and all that. It's not good at all.
All right. So while we, of course, talk about the badges of security agencies being on each other's truth, this reminds me of. I don't know if this comparison, is in any way the same, of the insurrection in the United States of America, where Donald Trump looked on while people, moved into the Capitol Hill, and he didn't do anything to suppress that. Of course, the FBI and the CIA coming after that, to lay claims on why they didn't do what they were supposed to do. But let's go back to the question. It also reminds me of when The EFCC, the police force, equally laid siege on the home of Rochas Okorocha when he
Yes.
was begging for his life and so on and so forth. But on the case of Rochas, it was a paltry sum of 2.9 billion naira. Now we're talking about over 80 billion naira on the side of Yahaya Bello. Now the question is, when you look at the judicial system and the EFCC Act on Section 46, how do you think this will play out? Do you think the differential in the money involved, do you think it has a way of playing out to how investigations are done and prosecution?
The amount of money is immaterial. The issue is the commission of the offense. It's money laundering. There are certain kind of money you must not move without moving into a bank system. You understand? Money laundering is not until you're a governor. Most people are, guilty or are suspect of money laundering. If you have moved, there's a threshold. We all know the threshold, what it takes to. And if you move such kind of money without going through the bank system, then you have an issue. You have a case to answer. Now, under the law, it's not about theft or fraud. It's not necessarily about the size of the money in question. The size of the money only has to do with when it becomes a crime, when it becomes money laundering. Otherwise, everybody can move money. You understand? And that is separate. But when you talk about theft, fraud, or stealing, you have moved money illegally, or you have obtained it illegally, okay, or you have diverted funds meant for a particular project to a personal, for personal use and all that. So that's when you find that for the comparison you gave, the Donald Trump issue and this, I don't see how it comes close, because Donald Trump couldn't have resisted his supporters. He couldn't have done that because they were overwhelmed. He was also, he wasn't found anywhere,
Right.
Directing them to, go on, keep destroying things. It wasn't found anywhere. That's one of the safe landing he got in the case, in court. There was no evidence that he actually instructed people, you go here, you go and attack here. There was no evidence to that effect, okay? People can support you to a point where, out of their passion. We saw videos of people, when Donald Trump became president, we saw videos of where people were destroying their television, throwing it. Somebody removed his television from the stand, threw it from 8th floor down, because there are also those who were so happy that he did well. Now, the support he's getting today is even more than the support he got when he first contested, because of what Biden has turned America to. You understand? So they are looking for succor. So I don't think the comparison comes close, because the evidence is not there that. But for this case under reference, the EFCC must do more than they are doing.
All right.
It is their responsibility to arrest. Okay? And then the police, the guard attached to Governor Dodo, the IG should withdraw all of them, because they are already partisan. You know why they changed guards? You know why they changed guard? They changed guard because if everyone here is attached to Siri, for example, if all of us here are security agents and they're attached to one person, the more we are with him, the more we begin to develop personal, what do you call it now? Some personal issue that is out of the official duty we are brought in. The more we stay with him, the more you can say, okay, you, what are you doing? You're not going to go and cook. You've not seen where police is cooking for the house. You understand? Or go and bring the children from the school. The more so that's why they change guards. So those ones who are so loyal to Dodo to the point where they will follow him to go and rescue somebody who is under arrest, they should change the guards. All of them should be changed.
All right.
And you have fresh
So
ones.
speaking of changing the guards, I like that you talked about the inertia in our security system. But speak to what our judicial system is now looking like, because from the report here, we have two different orders, like you rightly attested to. But the first one here is the one restraining him from arrest, and then the second one that came up that supports his arrest. How come there's no respect for our rule of law? That's one question. Secondly, there's a lot of talk about how this is nexus with the next election cycle. Maybe Yahaya Bello might pose a threat to the subsisting government, so they're trying to take him out. I really don't know what the veracity of this is. Help us understand
It
it.
might pose a threat to the subsisting government
Yes.
in Kogi State.
No. At the federal level.
But he's a member of the Efcc.
Well, we've seen where members of the ruling party is being, so to speak, witch hunt.
Yeah, but from what we have seen from the surface, we have not seen the hand of, say, the president in what is going on. We have not seen. There are cases where it becomes personal. You see the president directing the EFCC on what to do. But in this case, the EFCC are acting on a petition.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Fire shake case too. They are acting on a petition. Sometimes the petition is from the opposition party in Kogi State. It does not matter who's writing the petition now. It's EFCC to investigate. They've done investigation and they want to arrest. You understand? For EFCC to investigate. Now, I don't know how this will pose a threat to the government, the subsisting government, because he's a good party boy. I'm telling you, he wanted to contest.
Right.
He wanted to contest. When Tinubu came out and all that for the primaries, he withdrew. You understand? Because I was in that follow-up. I was in a meeting where he was to contest and all that. So, I mean, I don't see anything. If it were the PDP, that won that election, then we could suspect this way. That, okay, maybe and all that. But it doesn't look like that from what I see on ground. It doesn't look like that.
Okay,
All right,
sorry.
yes.
So speak to you. You haven't spoken to why the ruling was not respected.
Okay, the court
The first,
ruling,
yes.
Yes. One saying don't arrest him. The other one saying arrest him. Now, I have said before that we have conflicting ruling for which the bar, the legal system, have over the years criticized.
Right.
And because of it, when you are filing a process, whether election petition or whether for a restraining order like this, it is now a standing rule that once you file it, you must file another affidavit of non-duplicity. Affidavit, you will swear on oath that you have not filed this same motion elsewhere. You understand? Because what people do is that they will forum shop. They'll go and file this one in this court. The same set of persons will go and file another one somewhere. But in this case, it couldn't have been multiplicity. What I see here is that some set of persons obtained the restraining order to arrest him, and other persons went to obtain, because there's no way a court here will know that an order has been issued here on this same issue, on arrest. You understand? But there's a sense in which this can be addressed. The way it can be addressed is to ensure that those who came with the second order or those who came with the first order should be put under reprimand, knowing that a court has already given a ruling. Why should you, even if whether you are the same people or different people, why should you go and, because it's the people that are misleading the court. It's not the court deliberately giving conflicting orders. People bring application. It's their right for the court to hear those applications. You understand? But those who come to file it knowing already that there is an order, if the court is not aware, because maybe that court did not give that order, if it's not aware of a subsisting order and it gives a conflicting order, you cannot blame the court.
All right. So
it's the public that bring cases. The court does not manufacture cases. That's why they say file an affidavit of non-duplicity to state that this case has not been filed any other place. Had it been they brought a motion to ask that the court vacate the subsisting order for that restraining order and make a fresh order that he be arrested, that would be different. I don't know now you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. It was not to vacate the one that say he should not be arrested. It's just a fresh order from a different place saying he should be arrested.
All right. In 2020, Barrister, the former managing director of the interim committee of the Niger Delta Development Commission, John Nunia, thanked Governor Yelsom Wike then for rescuing her from security operatives who came to her house to arrest her. Now, talk us through on the potency of immunity of governors, especially as it pertains and not having this repeat itself, because we can see it happened in 2020 for Governor Wike and Nunia. We're having it today for Dodo and the Yahaya Bello. Why do you think this will not happen again in the future?
As long as our security agencies, our police and our DSS and all of them tend to be subservient to a governor. When people see governors, they will just be shivering and be shaking. It's not like that in civilized land. You understand? Because these governors also have too much disposable funds. They use money to do these things. They use money to acquire everything, including respect. So you see all these people, why they are not able to function when a governor appears is because they are subservient, they are greedy. They would rather that they collect money from the governor and have a nice time with the governor than to resist the governor from acting illegally. If you keep the two and ask them to choose one, a dinner with the president to be accompanied with some checks or some naira notes, and your duty as a security agent to prevent illegality, they will choose a nice time with the governor.
All right.
Yeah, so when you have those kind of people, who will rather jettison their constitutional role and duty, be in dereliction of it, just so they can join. You've not seen where police have gone to arrest criminals and they are taking selfie with the criminals. You've not seen it?
Very true.
Yes, even this,
With the bandits,
even
no.
the Bob Risky is a celebrity. Some policemen were taking a selfie with him.
All right. Barrister Evans Ufeli, a legal czar, has been our guest on the program this morning. Thank you so much. We sincerely appreciate
Thank
it.
you so very much for being part of the show today.
Henry, it's been quite a full day, really.
Yeah.
A lot to learn from our guests.
Yes, very true, very true. Especially as it concerns, the respect for the rule of law.
Absolutely.
And those in authority leading the path for others to follow. Because if our leaders, abuse the law, what do you think of the followers?
That's a big question. And then we hope that our followers would drop their comments as they follow us on all our social media platforms. And that's all for our main conversation today. We appreciate you, viewer, for watching. You may subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us across all social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. Also, you may visit our website at www.enterprisetvnews.com. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Chinyere Igweojo.
And I am Henry Igwebike.
Enjoy the rest of your morning. Bye from us.
Bye.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.